The story begins in a silent, deserted desert. In the middle of this vast emptiness, we see three friends heading toward a luxurious mansion standing all alone among the sand dunes. They have come here to spend their vacation. The mansion belongs to Hader's uncle, but he is currently out of town for work. Taking advantage of his absence, Hader secretly sneaks into the house with her two friends, Charlotte and Dio, because tonight a rare meteorite shower is expected in his area. Charlotte, who is already a well-known social media influencer, immediately starts a live stream. Excitedly, she tells her followers that she will show them the meteorites falling live from Hader's house tonight. She plans to stream the entire event so her fans can experience the meteor shower with her. Charlotte is especially thrilled because she's already famous online, and she believes this event will boost her popularity even further. Compared to Hader and Charlotte, their third friend, Dio, is completely different. She does not use social media and doesn't even dress fashionably. Charlotte even mocks her during the live stream, joking about her lack of followers and style. After that, the three girls finish preparing the drinks and everything they need for tonight's party. None of them has the slightest idea what is truly about to arrive on Earth along with that meteor. As evening slowly falls, they finally begin to see the meteorites streaking across the sky. Hader and Dio are left stunned because one of the meteors shines far brighter than the others. On the other hand, Charlotte becomes frustrated. Just as she is about to stream the most important moment live, all their phones suddenly lose network connection. After the meteor crashes down somewhere nearby, the girls continue with their plan. In the peaceful desert night, they drink and enjoy themselves. After some time, Hader and Dio try to comfort Charlotte. They tell her not to be upset about missing the live stream. Social media is not her entire life, and she should simply enjoy the party. But according to Charlotte, a girl like Dio, who doesn't even have 100 followers, could never understand her fame. As they continue drinking, they become heavily intoxicated. Suddenly, something strange falls into their swimming pool. The object is so hot that the water in the pool begins to boil. They notice that the meteor is slowly moving and a foul smell starts coming from it. Without wasting time, Hader pulls it out of the pool to prevent further mess. After struggling for a while, she finally manages to drag it out. That's when they realize it isn't a meteorite at all. It is a living creature. However, its body and organs are not clearly visible yet. The girls assume it might be some unknown desert animal they have never heard of, since they do not know much about wildlife. They go inside the house and start looking through animal magazines to identify it. The internet has been down since the meteor fell, otherwise they could have searched online using a photo. But even the magazines give them no clue. Now, Hader starts to panic, thinking about how furious her father will be if he sees the mess. Charlotte tells her not to overthink it, and once again, the three of them start drinking. Eventually, they pass out right there. The next morning, they wake up with a terrible hangover. Irritated and groggy, they begin arguing with each other. After some heated exchange, they eat breakfast hoping to feel better. But suddenly, their mobile phones begin glitching strangely. Dio suggests that Charlotte and Hader's phones are very advanced, so maybe they should try her older model phone instead. However, that phone also stops working. Now they cannot understand how all the phones could malfunction at the same time.
Charlotte, being an influencer, needs to post daily content or her following will start to drop. She desperately needs internet access at any cost. She's angrily scolding the others when suddenly they hear a sound coming from outside, the same creature they had left on the lawn the previous night while drunk. The three girls step outside and see that the creature has crawled out of the cloth they had wrapped it in and moved further away. A strange black liquid trail follows behind it. For safety, they grab a tool and begin following its trail. After walking a short distance, they spot the creature again. Just as they are staring at it, a young man suddenly appears behind them, startling all three. He introduces himself as Brett. He says that Hader's father hired his family to maintain the lawn of this luxurious house. Their small wooden cabin is located a short distance away. Apart from them, no one else lives in this vast desert. After explaining this, Brett goes back to his work. Hader tells him about the strange creature and offers him to pay him extra money if he removes it from their lawn and throws it far away.
Brett refuses at first because he is afraid of such strange beings. However, he eventually agrees in exchange for a kiss. The girls are already terrified of the creature, so Hader and Charlotte kiss Brett and ask him to get rid of it. After receiving the kiss, Brett starts pushing the creature onto a sheet so he can drag it away, but now the creature has become much heavier. Brett struggles immensely to move it. Just as he finally manages to push it onto the sheet, something horrifying happens. A head suddenly grows out of its body. The creature begins emitting intense vibrations. Terrified, Brett runs away toward his cabin. The girls watch in shock as the creature continues producing strange, powerful vibrations. Hader starts suspecting that it might be an alien. Just last night, it looked like a simple rock, but now it has grown a head and limbs. She says that if it is truly an alien, they should kill it as soon as possible. However, Dio refuses. She argues that the alien might not be dangerous and killing a living being without understanding it is wrong. She wants to inform the government authorities so they can research the creature, but their phones are still dead, so they cannot call anyone. According to Hader, the immediate priority is to remove the alien from their property. Together, the three girls drag the extremely heavy creature away. They're shocked at how such a small body can weigh what feels like over 500 kilograms. After great effort, they finally manage to pull it outside their property. Once back inside, they decide to resume partying. Their ride will come to pick them up in 2 days. They can inform the authorities about the alien then. For now, the creature does not seem immediately dangerous, so they drink again and continue enjoying themselves. But late at night, while they are asleep, Dio suddenly wakes up to the same intense vibration sound. She quietly goes outside alone to investigate. And as she stands there in the dark desert night, she begins to realize something chilling. The alien might not be attacking. It might be trying to ask for help. Dio begins to feel that perhaps the creature is hungry and is trying to communicate with them through those strange vibrations. She goes to tell Hader about it, but Hader refuses to wake up in the middle of the night. Dio feels sympathy for the alien, so without telling anyone, she lifts the creature and brings it inside the house. However, she fails to notice something very strange. The alien, which previously felt unbelievably heavy, has suddenly become extremely light. She lays it down inside and offers it a milkshake from the refrigerator. The alien drinks the entire milkshake without any difficulty. The next morning, when Charlotte wakes up, she notices that all her favorite food items are missing from the fridge. On top of that, when she sees the alien inside the room again, she is terrified. Furious, she storms into Dio's room and demands to know how that filthy creature ended up inside the house. Dio explains everything that happened during the night, but Charlotte's anger does not calm down. She clearly states that the alien must be thrown out immediately. When Dio tries to pick it up again, the alien emits intense vibrations. The sound causes severe headaches for all three of them. Dio says that the alien does not want to be thrown out. Charlotte suggests that they should seek help from the family living in the nearby cabin. That family has a vehicle. They could load the alien into their car and take it to the nearest town to hand it over to the authorities. Their own ride will not arrive for another 2 days, and all their phones are completely dead. For now, they cannot do anything by themselves. Leaving Charlotte at the house, Dio and Hader take a small buggy and head toward the nearby cabin for help. Meanwhile, Charlotte remains alone in the house. She is extremely disturbed by the alien's strong, unpleasant smell. In frustration, she mixes poison into a drink, planning to kill the creature by making it consume it. Just as she is about to offer the poisoned glass, the alien uses its mysterious powers to control Charlotte's mind. It senses her intentions. Under its influence, Charlotte drops the poisoned glass onto the floor. On the other side, Hader and Dio reach the cabin. Hader thinks there used to be a dog outside, but now no one is there. When they step inside, they are shocked to find various scientific instruments scattered around. The equipment suggests that someone was conducting research related to space. Dio notices notebooks filled with detailed information about space and distant galaxies. There are also scientific formulas designed to send signals into the galaxy. Dio realizes that whoever lived here was researching deep space and alien life. Perhaps they had also come here 2 nights ago to observe the meteor shower. But now, that entire family is missing, even though their car is still parked outside. Confused and unsettled, the two decide to return the next day and head back to the house for now. When they return, they find Charlotte lying calmly in the pool. They tell her the cabin was empty and that they will have no choice but to keep the alien in the house for one more day. Surprisingly, Charlotte shows no problem with this at all, even though earlier she had been the most furious about its presence. Why this sudden change? That mystery slowly begins to unfold. Hyder, however, is still irritated by the alien's foul smell. Meanwhile, Dio notices the broken glass from the poisoned drink lying nearby. At lunchtime, Charlotte behaves strangely. She starts eating an unusually large amount of food, the same Charlotte who normally eats carefully and maintains strict fitness habits. Watching her devour food like someone starving, Hyder and Dio are stunned. They begin to wonder how Charlotte has changed so drastically since they returned. After eating, Charlotte goes outside under the blazing sun and starts exercising intensely. As night falls, Hyder suddenly wakes up around midnight after hearing a strange noise. When she steps outside, what she sees is beyond belief. The alien creature is expanding in size, and Charlotte, completely unclothed, is wrapped around the alien. Shocked and horrified, Hyder screams, but in that very moment, the alien takes control of Hyder's mind as well. Hyder is no longer in control of herself. She removes her clothes and lies beside Charlotte and the alien. The creature becomes intimate with both of them. The next morning, Dia wakes up and sees both of them together. She reminds them that it is time to return to the city. She asks Hyder to call their driver and confirm what time he will arrive. But both Hyder and Charlotte now behave strangely. They claim their phones are not working, and even if the driver arrives, they are not going anywhere. At first, Dio assumes they might have taken some drugs without telling her. She asks about the alien, and Charlotte responds in an eerie tone that our master is resting in the bedroom. This response deepens Dio's suspicion that the alien has done something to her friends. She goes to Charlotte's bedroom and sees that the alien creature has evolved even further. Its size has significantly increased. It appears as if it has fully adapted to Earth's environment. Leaving the room, Dio returns to Hyder and Charlotte and urges them to leave immediately. Staying here is no longer safe. But Charlotte insists that they are never leaving this place. She even suggests that it would be better if Dio stayed here forever as well. At this point, Dio fully understands that both her friends are under the monster's control. Desperate for help, she runs toward the cabin again. When she reaches it, she notices that the car parked outside is still there, but the keys are missing. If Dio could find the car keys inside the cabin, she could take her friends and escape from this nightmare. She could drive to the nearby town and report everything to the police. But just like before, the cabin is completely empty. Frantically, Dio starts searching for the car keys. While looking around, she once again notices the scientific notes scattered across the room. This time, something sends a chill down her spine. Among the papers, she finds a detailed drawing of the exact same alien creature that is currently inside their house. That means the scientist who lived here was researching this very alien. Slowly, everything begins to make sense to Dio. She realizes that the scientist must have discovered the alien's planet. Using the instruments in the cabin, he likely sent a signal into deep space, a signal that reached that alien civilization. Following that signal, the alien arrived on Earth inside the meteorite, with one goal: to eliminate all life on this planet and claim it as their own. In the vast, lifeless universe, habitable planets like Earth are extremely rare, and Earth turns out to be even better than their original home. That is why the alien grew so rapidly here. To expand their population, it chose Hyder and Charlotte as hosts. Now Dio knows the entire truth. She tells her friends that they must escape immediately, even if they have to run on foot. But Charlotte calmly says they are not going anywhere. Suddenly, Charlotte's stomach begins to expand on its own. The same thing happens to Hyder. They are both pregnant with alien offspring. Horrified, Dio watches as black liquid, the same one that came from the alien's body earlier, starts dripping from their eyes and mouths. She realizes that after giving birth, her friends will not survive. There is only one way to end this. Dio decides to kill the alien. But when she enters the room to attack it, Hyder and Charlotte stop her. They strike her on the head and knock her down. Injured, Dio begs the alien to release her friends. The alien tries once again to control her mind, but this time, despite intense effort, it fails. Gathering her strength, Dio grabs a weapon and attacks the alien. After a fierce struggle, she finally kills it. Meanwhile, Hyder and Charlotte, now heavily pregnant with alien children, begin running into the desert to give birth away from her. Dio knows she cannot allow more aliens to be born. She jumps into the buggy and drives straight into Hyder, knocking her down. But the alien inside Hyder does not die. Crying, Dio strikes Hyder's stomach, killing both her friend and the unborn alien. Then, she sees Charlotte still running. Unfortunately, the buggy runs out of fuel. Dio starts chasing Charlotte on foot. Charlotte, no longer in control of herself, fights violently to protect the alien growing inside her. At that very moment, the cab driver who has come to pick them up and take them back to the city arrives at the scene. He sees Dio and Charlotte fighting. Not understanding the situation and noticing the weapon in Dio's hand, he assumes Dio is trying to kill Charlotte. As Dio is about to strike Charlotte's stomach, the driver shoots Dio in the hand. He quickly places the injured Charlotte into the car to take her to the nearby town for treatment. Though wounded, Dio manages to stand up again. She starts running after the car. If the alien baby reaches the main town, the entire Earth could be doomed. When she finally catches up to the vehicle, she discovers that Charlotte has already killed the driver. Dio grabs the rifle from inside the car and moves toward the back seat. Charlotte has begun giving birth. Dio knows that once the alien is born, Charlotte will die anyway. With tears in her eyes but determination in her heart, she pulls the trigger and shoots Charlotte in the stomach. In the end, Dio kills the main alien and both unborn alien children. But in doing so, she loses both her friends. She finds some comfort in knowing that she has saved Earth from an alien invasion. However, as she looks up at the sky, her heart drops. From the direction of the alien planet, thousands, no millions of meteorites are falling toward Earth. The scientists' signal was not heard by just one alien. It was heard by their entire civilization. And now they are all coming, which means one thing: Earth's destruction is inevitable.